Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Eador Genesis, New Horizons modded. In the last episode, we did a few more location battles and began taking some Tier 3 provinces, taking the rotten swamps from the rotten Medusa who were in it, and defeating the barbarians guarding the rats of Ratfield. Some very tricky battles, but we were able to win, although we did also, I believe, lose Viper Barris in the last episode. Unfortunately, due to some mismanagement on my part of moving her around. In the end, though, I suppose it was bound to happen since we had to sacrifice that cavalry to beat the barbarians, I believe, as well. A very smart tactical decision, I think, on my part, but in the end, no matter what, it really drives home the point that we're going to need to make sacrifices as we go forward. So, just don't get too attached to your characters. Everyone's probably going to die at some point. In any case, we are now making 171 gold per turn and 43 gems per turn. Very, very nice indeed. Our domain now has the cavalry unlocked with them, but I didn't actually build the guardsmen because it got reverted back to this point in time. I'm probably still going to build them, but I'm not going to do it now at the end of this turn. I want to hold on to that 627 bucks until I've made up my mind I absolutely want this unit, which we probably will be taking. We're ready to begin producing Tier 2 shops in our domain, and of course we are still ready to produce the Tier 2 spells, just haven't gone about doing that yet. We've also, as you can see, built the fair, and I think this is the last halfling building we can construct, the halfling post, to get their rogues unlocked for us. What else has happened? We are now up to 2 reversions. The game crashed at the end of the last gameplay session. 1 minute, man, even less than that before I had hit end recording. I was checking one last thing with you guys on screen, and then the game decided to crash, and this cost us another revert. It's really annoying that this is ongoing. I can tell you that from now on, at the end of every single recording session, I will back up my save game files so I can undo reverts caused by crashes in the future. I will let you guys know if I've had to do this, by the way. This way, if you see me making some really smart decisions, it will be because I had to reload from that save, and I understand what might be coming up in the next few turns. I hope to never have to do it, but as we've seen, this is like the 4th or 5th crash we've had now since I've started playing again, and it's getting, maybe just the 3rd, but it's getting really annoying now to be constantly penalized with our glory score because the game is messing up. Life is still a ringleader, obviously, and he's level 14, having just reached it last turn. 3 points in marksmanship, pathfinding 3, and reaction 3. He is heavily invested in the scouting skills here. 1 point in looting, 2 points in scouting. Him being a ringleader gives him an extra 3 points in looting, so he gets an extra 50% of the loot values after each combat. And for his commander abilities, we have 1 point in discipline, 1 point in offensive tactics, and 1 point in range tactics. For Gavion, he is level 9.5, and will probably be reaching level 10 this episode. 3 points in range tactics, 2 points in leadership, 2 in maneuvering, 1 in discipline, and 2 in defensive tactics. And finally we have Urzonar, who is a summoner, level 3. Summoning, well, that's exactly what he is. He's level 3, he also has 3 points in summoning, and 1 point in magic power. He is heavily invested into the summoning skills, as you can see, as spells, with Create Gargoyle, Naiad, Imp, and 2 Ifrit summons. A heads up as well that I redid the turn that we reverted to off screen. I did not get anything useful from these battles. just garbage this time around. Actually, the Enchanted Fang isn't garbage because we do have magic creatures. So this is a decent tier 1 spell, magic creatures. We do have animals, monsters, and this could be useful for them because we did not build the nature school. Unfortunately, Gavion did not gain another slug egg after beating those 3 slugs, so we can't put a second giant slug in his army, unfortunately. Alright, so I think that's the summary of what happened last episode. Let me cut this part off, and then we'll be good to start the gameplay. Alright, so let's get going. So we're all set already. Galvian's heading back home in order to pick up another unit, get himself a spell here as well. Urzonar will be, I think, fighting the Acreal, isn't he? Yep, the Acreal here. His summons will probably be extremely helpful in having him deal with them. Lyth is going back home to fill this unit slot. I'm really interested in having that slot filled. It's probably going to be another horseman. And I think that's all we need to do. Did I build buildings? I built buildings in our domain. I'm pretty sure I built structures. Yep, I built buildings out here. And I think I cast a ritual as well. I did not. But the only one I'm interested in casting at the moment would be Auction. And it's still on cooldown for 2 more turns. So we are good. Let's go ahead and end our turn. And get started. The hero Urzonar has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 4 enemies, Ikarai and a luminary. Urzonar is confident. I am confident in him as well. Let us begin. Oh, right. Remember, I didn't even look at the equipment, by the way, which I definitely should have summarized. Urzonar is now using a summoner's staff. A very nice weapon. I kind of want to delay when the Ikarai will be able to reach us. Let's do... Oh, I'm probably going to lose the slinger. Alright, let's do this to start. How many points do you have? 24. How many points do you have? Slinger, 11. Very dangerous, this. But we could leave Urzonar to tank for our Slinger. He could take 1 hit, possibly 2. And if we put a summoned creature here, that will help fend off the eventual Ikarai arrival. We have hills on our side to help our spearmen. If I wanted to throw spears, we could do this to start. But it will leave this Slinger open as... Actually, we can probably do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, they can't reach the Slinger this turn. All right, let's set up like this. We'll take advantage of these 2 hills to throw spears slightly longer range. And they can't reach us on their first turn. I'm imagining they're going to bunch up somewhere around here. Well, let's just start. Right, that is exactly what they did. Okay, so... I actually can't reach them with more than 1 single spear this round. If I leave you here, which I can do, we're going to lose you. And I don't think this thing... Well, let me look. We have Force March on this guy. So we could throw a spear here, use Force March to move him up, throw another spear, and maybe our Slinger can kill him. That's not going to happen with a range 5 range defense Ikarai. I highly doubt that will occur. I'd have to use a Force March here to add another spear to that. But I think 3 spears in the sling will kill this one. And you know what? I think we do that. So let's do it. Then, what am I summoning? Could we kill one with a Spectral Blade? Yes, we can. This one can be killed off as well. Let's do that instead of summoning a creature. Yep, gonna take heavy damage. Okay. But you lived. 1, 2, 3. I think we can probably kill another Ikarai this turn, especially if we summon some assistance. I'd have to kill both of them if I want to save this spearman, so I don't think that's going to happen. Let's create the gargoyle. And fly him back here. And I think this is the one that was summoned. You do 7 damage. We'll attack this one. That was a big mistake, because now I absolutely can't kill both of them. Okay, let's summon... So I can summon the Naiad to heal this spearman. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3... We can Slingstone him. He's not very effective, and so I'm not going to really focus on the Icarai at this moment. We will instead attempt to do damage to the Luminary. Not bad. Lost 1 spearman, but won the battle. That's about what I expected. Plus 1 health, and I either think I want Thaumaturgy or Magic Power. Let's grab more Magic Power. Our spearman can get a hit point. We'll give him a defensive medal. A burden spell and a sleep spell. Burden reduces the speed of all enemy units within 1 tile by 1 and causes them to lose 3 points of stamina. Last 3 turns. It's a decent spell to slow enemies down. And of course, we all know what sleep is like. Alright, Urzonar, so you won. You have a free slot. We need to fill it, so you're coming back here. Your army's he's still a little too low level for me to... And his spells, while nice, I do want this slot filled. So we will bring him back to pick up a new unit. There's nothing else for him to really battle in all these locations, by the way. I looked around last night at what people could possibly kill. Ezra might be able to defeat what's in the Witch's Circle here, given his summon spell. So we'll probably have him try that. Life, we don't need the Shaman's Wand, we don't need the Hunter's Bow, we can repair your equipment, Enchanted Fang gets left here. Word of Life could be useful for Lythe, so I think we will have him learn this spell. And we will put Vulnerability, which could also be useful. We'll put it there instead of this web. As for a unit, I still want a horseman, I think, at this point. Like, doesn't need spells. There's nothing in the oh, yeah, there's nothing in the treasury that we want. He's all outfitted with... Yep, rings, amulets. We got some of the best gear we currently have available for him. And Lythe is going to go back over here and do some location battles. He can probably win every one of these. There's only 3 slugs. He can win that fight. We can kill 13 robbers without too much trouble. We can kill these bandits as well. And I think we probably can kill the horde of shamans. So he's going to go there and clear all those locations out. Gavion. Oh! We also probably want to give Lythe that accurate crossbow. Was that 2 Enchanted Fangs? It is. We may want to give you one of these, since you are going to be taking magic creatures, Gavion. So let's do that. Magic creatures. Again, monsters. So we have... Basilisk eggs and spider eggs. Let's give him a basilisk. Okay, now Gavion can go to Hexvale. We can probably kill these swamp creatures and the gnolls that are there, so we'll have him give that a try. Alright, and that's all for our heroes. Let's go ahead and build a tavern. And at home, we get a harvest festival ritual if I build the halfling post. What does that do? The province's income in gold and gems increases by 10. That seems really useful. So let's go ahead and build this. It's very expensive, 920 bucks. And 112 gems, but I think it will be worth it. And now we can go ahead and cast the harvest ritual. Let's see if it actually does what it says. Let's see. What's a good target for it? Let's put it in hook ranks. Oh god. It's 63 gold though. And 45 gems to cast it. We will still make a profit. It's because it requires Arcanite, and we don't have any of that. I think we still cast it though. So right now, this is making 30 and 3. So this should go to 40 and 13. In honor of the harvest, the halflings in the province of Hookbanks arranged a festival, which was soon taken up by most of the residents. The local merchants quickly organized a small market, where joyful residents willingly bought drinks and refreshments. Of course, all the merchants paid tribute to the treasury, 173 gold. It seems that the inhabitants of will remember this festival for a long time, and they are likely to work harder. Great. It did not increase the gold and gems by that amount, so maybe there's a gang of robbers here or something of that sort. So that's a little frustrating, but it's okay. Doesn't quite do what the spell said it would do, but it did give us back some of that cash, right? Instead of, we got 147 free gold from it as well. So it doesn't quite do what's on the can. what's marked on the can isn't quite what the spell does, but it's still good. I'm glad we cast it. Okay, so we're done. Let's end the turn. And Gavion can go ahead and begin by fighting the gnolls there. Urzonar, we can get a new unit for you. So, do I want a healer now? I don't think I do. I kind of feel I need another spearman or swordsman. I'm going to put demons in your army eventually, Urzonar. Permanent ones. And what did you have? But you had plus summoning power. Is that correct as your passive skill? How do I see that again? I never know. I never know what screen it is for me to check to see what passive skills my hero started with. Trader. Okay, so he's earning extra gold income. Okay. So let's... I really do feel we hire a spearman. Let's... Oh, hold on. We have a merc here, by the way. A veteran spearman. He's 20 gold per turn. We can absolutely afford that, though. Yeah, we can afford that. Let's go ahead and hire him. And we do have these two spells. Sleep and Burden. Do we have a tier 3 spell unlocked for you, Urzonar? We do not yet. So I like his current spells. I don't want to replace what he's currently got. We will go and fight this witch circle. Life will begin by fighting, I think, the gang of robbers to start. Okay. And we should cast rituals. We should build buildings. Let's upgrade another pub. Our auction spell should now be available. So let's cast it here. Next, oh, we don't have to read that. By your order, a fair was held in the province of Carmeline's grounds. The things the halflings brought to sell were in much demand by the local residents and quickly sold out. During the trading, 143 gold was collected. Not bad. And I guess we could build the lookout tower to get the guards guard. So let's do that. And we're done. Okay, the hero Urzonar approaches a fairly strong, relatively new, and well-protected tower. The inhabitants of the tower have noticed him and preparing for battle. 3 enemies, Necromancer, Witch Doctor, and a Sorcerer. Urzonar says he can't win. I disagree. We can win. We just have to not be on those hills, because we don't want to die immediately. Actually, we could be over here. On these hills. But I'm sorry, little slinger. You're probably dead. I have to put him as far away from everyone else as possible. Okay. So we will do... It says, okay, we have Spectral Blade. Deals 12 points of magic physical damage. Damage increases significantly with the caster's spell power. This is enough to immediately kill probably any of these. I'm thinking of killing the Necromancer. So let's do that. And my army stays where it's located. My slinger can move up here just to... No, he can... It won't matter. He's dead anyway. If this imp decides to come down here to threaten him, he's dead. Okay. I think we make a gargoyle. We try to weaken, yep, that imp. We'll block that for this spearman, and I'm going to attack the imp. Okay, this is acceptable. We could throw you up here, Gargoyle. Let's see if we can kill this imp with spears. Or maybe a single slingstone will do it? No, okay. You might not actually kill it because you're cursed, human, so we have to kill the skeleton with you. With 8 magic resistance, I'm not really worried about this guy threatening my gargoyle. Let's summon a Naiad. God, the heal range on this thing is amazing. It can heal the slinger from all the way up there. You have ammo. This does not. So we attack him. And then we can kill it. Oh, almost kill it, that is. Okay, he's out of ammo. We don't really need to attack him anymore. Let's make sure we're healed up to full. Maybe our slinger can get the kill on this guy. One more turn. Good job, Urzonar. +1 magic, +2 more spell power could be really useful. Sorry, +1 magic, not +2 magic. So let's grab magic power 3 for +2 spell power to help out his 2 damaging spells. This could also be useful for another first level circle spell, but this is also useful too. But nope, magic power 3 is for us. Give you a stunning shot. Give you a resistance spearman. Give you a resistance. Nomad arrows! Nice! We didn't have to build the nomad school. Sorry, the nomad school. We didn't have to build... We did not have to build that 1 tier 2 unit to gain access to this in the end. To finish that set for life. Very nice. And a summon wolf spell. Useful, especially for Urzonar. Only 2 pack warriors here. We should arguably leave these for Urzonar to do. Now that we see there's just 2 gnolls here. So we will just leave them. Hero Life locates a secret lair of bandits, an outpost of sorts, it seems. There appears to be a horde of treasures guarded. 13 enemies. Bring in a gang leader. We can absolutely win. Oh god, or can we? That's a lot of gang leaders. Holy crap. Okay. How can we do this battle? Okay, so instinctively, I want to set up, like, I forgot to... Okay, we didn't need the crossbow, Tim, but I don't even know if you have it in his inventory. I think you completely forgot about the crossbow. That great crossbow I really wanted. Okay, so, this is not the army I thought I'd be fighting. I thought I'd be fighting, like, one gang leader, maybe two, and then the rest would be brigands. But this is, like, half gang leaders, half brigands here. 6 gang leaders, 7 brigands. That's a bit more frightening. I don't think the gang leaders will have swamp knowledge. And if, assuming I'm correct, then they will be delayed in reaching me. Which is very good, because I'm going to need them to be delayed in reaching me. There's a whole hell of a lot of them here. We have a little wall here of swamp that will delay them for 2 rounds before they're freed of it. Here, not quite as much, but they'll be slowed down trying to reach my lines anyway. So I think I want Eador here. He moves into this hole and plugs it, stopping the enemies from reaching my crossbowmen and Lithe here. We can have our nameless spearman move here. He's got extra defense to assist Eador in dealing with any enemies. Dorkwell can move up and throw spears as needed. We have Sif, who can block anyone who wants to come through these swamps, and these two will deal with any enemies that try to approach from this side. Our healer can heal this side as well if we get into trouble. And we could use a sleep to help kind of make a more efficient wall here if it comes right down to it. So I think we're set. And we'll absolutely raise false alarm to slow them even more by lowering their stamina. Because they have to travel through swamps, they will lose even more trying to reach me. Most of them are probably going to rest this first turn, I would imagine. Oh, okay, or none of them will. Okay, that's acceptable. Let's look. Oh my god, look at their levels. Level 22. Level 18, level 20. So this is a high-level group of them, too. Going to be a bit more tricky than I think I originally thought. Eador, if I put you here, you will be attacked immediately. So I'm going to leave you in the swamp for one more round. Especially now that I hurt this guy. If he moves up to and attacks you and you counterattack and kill him, let's say, this guy also then moves up and attacks you, and now you no longer have parry. I think we just start shooting. We could pick off this brigand, but we'll pick him off next round with other units. I want to weaken as much as possible before they reach me and have my front line kill the ones that manage to barely reach my lines exhausted and wounded, while we continue to plink away at others. Focusing on any enemy units that might be able to score like combo hits. Like if 2 units of theirs can reach 1 unit, I will want to focus fire down one of them. But right now, no one can. So I think we'll shoot one of the higher level gang leaders that are in my line of sight. Let's start with this guy. And I think that will do. End the turn. Eador, if I keep you here, he's going to move down here to attack this guy instead. My nameless spearman. If I move you up and we kill this guy, you will be attacked only by 1 enemy. So I think I'm okay with that. Let's move you up. And can we kill this level 22 brigand with just spears? And maybe a crossbow. A single bolt? I think we can. It helps, by the way, Dorkable, that you have 3 spears on you. to assist with this. So let's begin throwing these. He's going to move up. I don't want to kill him with the counterattack, so I'm not going to shoot the wounded one. Well, unless I want to kill him, which we could do with Lithe as well, but I don't think we do that. If I can kill this brigand, though, from range, I can use our horsemen to attack and probably, most likely, kill this guy, and he won't be counterattacked if I attack from the forest. So, can we kill him? Lost Fremen, I would have to use your force march to get you here, to throw a spear. So let's do that. Not a lot of damage. Didn't do it. That's a shame. Okay. Oh, that's really awkward. We didn't kill either of them. We got rather unlucky. Let's move you up here, little healer. Yeah, I was hoping that would not happen, what you just saw, but we didn't kill either of the ones we went for. Okay, let's pull you back. Move you back a single spot, Lost Fremen, and heal you. He's only moving 1 hit point. Sorry, 1 space because he is crippled. Sometimes gang leaders have that ability. So these two can reach Lost Fremen. If I kill this guy, he will move up to take his place, but that will be acceptable. Good God, the range defense on these guys is oppressive. You might kill him. Oh, now he's absolutely dead. Okay. Lithe could kill this guy. Let's do it. And I don't feel like having this horseman hit twice, so I'll pull him back. Okay, let's cast Word of Life on Lost Fremen. He gains +1 movement, +1, I think, to his attack stats. He regenerates 2 stamina each turn now and heals 5 hit points each turn. Adorable, you have 1 spear left. How do I want to do this? I think we pull Lost Fremen up. This way he's not attacked by these guys immediately. I'd like to kill this gang leader. 13, and we do 13 damage, but I don't think we ignore any of his armor. So we'd have to hit him lightly and then kill him. We can probably kill this guy. And Lost Fremen, you're just gonna stay there. And Adorable, you'll stay here. Okay, we can heal our new horseman, and then we can replug this hole. I'm a little nervous about moving Sif up here to attack, but I think we need him up here to block what this brigand will do, and possibly help take out this gang leader. This guy is also getting tired, so we might not need to worry about him as much. We can kill this guy probably with a crossbow and a hit from Lost Fremen. And then this guy, let's start by throwing a spear. Nameless, I will move you up. Put some damage on him. Can we... Okay, hold on. Let's do the thing, Tim, that you know you want, that you feel you need to do. kill that guy. 12 hit points. You won't kill him either, Froscador, but we'll attack him anyway. Let's then sleep. To reduce the damage you'll take, Froscador. Big hit on Sif. Oh! He was only asleep for 1 round? Oh, 4 resistance. Okay, that was a giant mistake. I should have paid attention to that. Let's try to move you away. You two move up to take that place. You have 2 heals left. Heal you, Sif. We can probably charge Lost Fremen in. Yep, get the kill. And this is over. Excellent work, guys. Excellent work. 197 gold for the battle. Froscador, you don't have a stamina medal yet, so let's give you +1 stamina. And then you've earned a stamina medal after we've done that. Let's go ahead and give that to you. Lost Fremen, you don't have a stamina medal, so we'll give you +2 stamina. You gained a defense medal, we'll give you that as well. Our Nameless Spearman can get +1 range for his spears, or crippling shot. +1 range is usually better. Our Crossbow Man can get +1 ammo for the Nameless one. Horseman, let's give you a attack bonus. You leveled up again. We'll give you a ranged defense. Another Swindler's Jacket. Mass Curse, 239 bucks and 28 gems. Not bad. But I'm going to quickly save off the game file in case something happens. I'll be right back. Since the game is crashing, I'm really paranoid now that I might lose decent treasure if I get it. So we're going to be doing this a little more often than I want to. And I'm sorry if it's distracting everyone, but I feel like I really need to do it at this point in the game. Okay, so let's repair all our gear. I did forget the crossbow. Okay, we don't need those. That's sandals. So we have a summon wolf spell. Urzonar doesn't have any space for it. We do have a... Oh, sorry, we do have space for it, but I don't want it because we have a rank 3 spell. And that means we get to try out Summon Rat Swarm with our summoner. It's gonna be amazing. Alright. And now, Urzonar, now that you have summoned Rat Swarm, you're pretty powerful, I think. We can probably fight the dwarves. It will be a... So some of these battles are still going to be really difficult for you to defeat, though. You might be able to kill the demons. And the dungeon dwellers. But Gavion can probably handle those too. Maybe, Urzonar, we just have you keep searching and exploring other locations. You might be able to kill the Monsterologist, actually. Let's send you up here, and you'll explore these forests. Lythe, you won that battle. Congratulations. Let's see. We will absolutely want to give him Mass Curse or something to that effect. That's a very useful spell to replace vulnerability with. But right now, we don't have to worry about that. Let's go and fight the bandits next. And Gavion, you can fight these... Oh, swamp creatures! Actually, we have a battle for you, Urzonar. It's against those gnolls. Let's go get that done. At home, what do I want to build? Guess it really should be the Journeyman Tanner. Actually, the only thing useful here would be the Ranger's Cap. You would get the access to the Master's Tanner for the Archer's Glove and Warrior's Belt, which are very good. That's some time away. You know what? Let's build the Temple of Chaos. We know we're going to want to build it in the end. Let's go ahead and build it now. And I think that's all we need to do. The hero Galvian has reached the entrance to some old and abandoned sewers that are even flooded in some places. It is so dilapidated that even ratmen don't want to live here. Something does, however. Judging by the sounds that echo through the tunnels, out of the darkness, the local residents reveal themselves. 4 enemies: Basilisk, Swamp Dragonfly, and a giant slug. I'm imagining there's probably 2 giant slugs. Let's attack. No hills on our side of the... Oh, this is right. This is a clearing, Tim. We're going to be a bit awkward. We're going to have to hope our slug can tank their slugs. That hills make me a little nervous. Let's also do this and start. Okay, I was right. There are indeed 2 giant slugs. So let's move you up. We do not want their giant slug to reach this hill. We're going to have to move our giant slug up again so that their giant slugs shoot it. And we'll put an Enchanted Fang on our slug now. Okay, so I think we can probably kill this. Oh, 20 hit points on it. 1, 2, 3. That's 19 damage. Not quite enough to kill it. Now it should die. We move you up 1. And we put a magic armor on you as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll be okay. I kind of want to worry about the giants. Not worry, it's the wrong term to use, but I'm gonna be focused about the giant slugs first before I worry about the basilisk. I don't think anyone else needs to move. But as I say that, we will begin plinking the basilisk, since it's the only thing our customer can currently reach. Okay, so these 2... Oh, this one won't... This one will move onto the hill, which is going to make that super annoying with the +1 range. So I think I have to just move up my giant slug here. This way, it's a target for both of these ones. And that is all we do. Actually, no, we can move up our basilisk as well. Okay. Not going to be much damage, but we do need it to kill this basilisk now that it's in our face. Okay, and we've won. We could end it right now, I'm pretty sure. With 2 charges from my horsemen. A stunning shot for you. A fire wand. Maybe we'll make you a priest so you can take advantage of this later. Alright, fire wand is okay. 231 bucks and 16 gems. Your life has reached a layer of brigands. From here, the scoundrels make their insolent raids on your settlement and send out small parties to rob traders. If you destroy the nest of vipers, the province's economy will be substantially improved. 9 enemies. We've beaten, I believe, a tougher battle before. Let's do this one. We have a nice wall, stopping them from reaching me immediately. Now, this time, we are going to have renegades, but I'm not too concerned about them. As long as they can't focus down one of my crossbowmen, which is what they're going to try to do. Let's get started. We will absolutely raise that false alarm. There's only one renegade here. And then we kill it. There's 2 thugs, though. I did not notice that till right now. These thieves are probably a little higher level, too, than I would like them to be. I didn't even look to see what the renegade was able to do. I just immediately attacked it. Good. All right, they're kind of staggering their forces a bit. Dangerous, more dangerous. We definitely want to kill this guy first. He also has dodge. It's going to make him annoying. So let's put a vulnerability on him to start. I'm grouchish. Can put some decent damage on him. Kill that thief. Move you up here, Fremen. I don't want to be hit by the daggers, so I'm going to pull you guys back. Okay. Thug still can't really threaten us unless I move someone here to attack the cutthroat. But if I do that, we have to worry about this guy as well. This thug also is a problem. He's out of the swamps this turn. So we need to kill both of these guys. Or do something about them. And then delay or do something about this cutthroat. Or kill him. I can probably kill him with an arrow. And then, if it doesn't kill him, Frost is going to move up and get the finishing blow on him. Then what am I doing about the thug? It will be fine. And your cavalry can move down here. Actually, your cavalry can move down here and just kill this guy immediately with a charge. And he'll be at this spot. We shoot and kill the cutthroat with life. We move up Sif to heavily damage the thug. Okay, let's do this. Well, hold on. I could instead sleep the cutthroat. So we should attack him. Let's attack him first. Oh, no, Tim, that was a giant mistake. You should not have done that. Now you have to worry about the thug. So let's sleep him then. You don't have range to this guy. Okay. We can kill the cutthroat. So my horsemen and Sif are protected. Nameless, let's move you up. I think we throw 2 spears and shoot him. He's tired as well. So let's do that. And that's good. It's like a big hit down here, but they'll survive. Okay. Still asleep for 3 more turns. Oh god, I think the game almost crashed right there. Okay, thankfully it did not do so. So something weird happened with the game, but it's okay. Alright, so if I move you down here, you add 8 damage to your attack, and you should kill him. You did not. Okay, that's a bit awkward. Move you up. I was hoping you would kill it. Let's Word of Life. Sif. Word of Life will counter the damage you are taking as well, Sif, so that will be acceptable. We can, I suppose, heal. Adorable. He's out. Oh, he'll still be asleep one more round. That's fine with me. That actually works out really well. Rest. 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 Okay, he's waking up this turn. So, but we're totally gonna slaughter him. See, Adorable. Let's heal. Where you lost Fremen. Yeah, he's dead. He's absolutely dead. How do we want to kill him? I guess with our horsemen. Good work, guys. 172 gold and life leveled up. I mean, I guess we'll take +1 more ammo, since I believe it affects life's ammo as well. Adorable, +2 hit points for you. Grouchous, +1 range attack. Ooh, +1 healing or +1 ammo. Let's take an ammo with you, Herbalist. Parry +2 or precise strike +1 for you, Sif. You've got 4 parry already. Let's give you a precise strike. You gain an attack medal. We will give that to you. Riveted gloves and a dwarven shield. There's an influx of immigrants into the province of Carmely's grounds. The population's increased significantly. If you send material aid, there's a chance that people get upset with you. So I usually just say new workers are a good thing. Okay, not bad. Let's do another battle. So, life. Oh, by the way, what did you gain? I don't remember as a skill up. Health, I see. Okay. Let's have you go and fight the slugs. Gavian, those nodes are for Urzonar. You can come here. You can probably do the dungeon dwellers and the demons at the very least. And Urzonar can fight the gnolls. We can upgrade another pub to a tavern. With the Nomad arrows, I'm not that concerned any longer about building the Journeyman Carpenter next. I don't know what to build here. We can just hold on to our cash and eventually get that other hero, I suppose. We don't need anything here at this moment. Yeah, we'll just hold on to it. Oh, spells. How about our rituals? Auction will be ready next turn. Alright, let's just then end our turn. Here Urzonar approaches a small fortress, long abandoned by its first hosts. Although all that remains is mostly ruins, it might be worth searching the place. There is one problem, however. Its new owners won't allow that. Their belongings will make some excellent spoils of war, though. 2 pack warriors. We can slaughter these, I'm pretty sure. As long as I'm careful. Oh, you know what? Well, I should take advantage of these little lakes. Because we'll have a place that we can, like a choke point. I guess we will set up like this. I really want to cast Summon Rat Swarm to see what it will be like when we get it. But it might be overkill for this battle, so we won't do so yet. Next thing I proceed to do is immediately ignore the choke points I said I wanted to use. So I can just move you to wherever I want them, apparently. Let's move you here, demon. Okay. Can I kill all 3 of them this turn? Let's create a gargoyle. Let's see. So I'll move my gargoyle here. We'll move you up and throw a spear. Move you up and throw a spear. Didn't kill it. That's gonna be annoying. Because now... Well, that's acceptable. We might lose the demon. Okay, I'm fine with that. You go ahead and attack the little demon. You can kill it for all I care. It's a summon. Let's pull it back, though, so we can get some damage on it with other people. Other creatures. Things. Wow. People, Tim, was a correct word. I should have thrown a spear here. I don't know why I moved him up. Same thing with this guy. We should not have moved up like we did. That was a lot tougher than it needed to be, Tim. Your life has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they may have appeared at first sight. 3 giant slugs. We can absolutely beat them up. Raise that false alarm, just to make sure that they start with less stamina. And it'll be fine if that one gets some stamina. And let's go ahead and begin shooting them. Would a vulnerability help me out here? We don't need it quite yet. Good. You just sit there and rest. That's perfect. Means you won't do anything for a little bit. We don't have to move up quite yet. We can just let these slugs, you know, slug about. Just put a little more damage on them and just wait for them to get up, move up a little bit more. Okay, and now I want to kill both of these ones that are up here. So let's begin shooting. And we can charge that one. We can kill that one. And that's good. And now this one dies. Let's use Force March and dash you up here. Begin throwing some spears. Nameless. 1, 2. I can't... Actually, we can get a spear on this guy with you because you have +1 range. Move him out of the way. Easy victory. Lost Fremen. Let's give you some more morale. Our horsemen can gain a resistance. Wizard's gloves and stone crust. Not really that great. New workers are a good thing. The governor of the province of Ratfield reports that representatives of the Inquisition have located a lair of sorcerers. It is well protected, and the Inquisitors need your help to destroy it. Provide them with some magical gems. The Inquisition troop went to the den of evildoers. The next day, your scouts discovered their bodies impaled on stakes, apparently the work of witches and their henchmen. Moreover, some amount of gold and gems is missing from the treasury. Your helping the Inquisitors did not escape the attention of the Dark Mages. Whatever. I lost a little bit more there, too, but it was fine. We lost some amount of gems, but that's acceptable. We're getting, like, 50, something like that, income return? 45, yeah, we'll be okay. Let's cast another auction. So let's put it at ritual this time. Oh, and I have to take this call. All right, back. Sorry about that. My brother's checking up on me. By your order, a fair was held in the province of Ritual. The things the halflings brought to sell were in much demand by the local residents and quickly sold out. During the trading, 169 gold was collected. Not bad. I think we're going to save up for that fourth hero now at this point. Let's go fight some demons with Gavion. Urzonar. You know what? The demons are probably not difficult. Maybe we instead fight something tougher. Let's try Dungeon Dwellers. Urzonar. When are we going to fight with you? I guess you could come down here and fight those demons, so let's do that with you. Life. You will fight the Horde of Shamans. Now, this will be a difficult one. This will be a difficult one, but I think we can win without losses, so we're going to give it a go. It'll be a lot of AoE. And when it's all done, we still have... After all their totems and what have you are summoned, we will still need to worry about the actual shamans themselves, which can put out good melee damage if they so desire. Now, as for at home... Are we getting any corruption yet? I don't think we are. No, we're not. Okay. I really need to find some wood. There's none around here. Let's just do these location battles. Then I feel like we played for an hour already, everyone. In which case, I guess we'll call this one a little early after this turn. Let's go ahead and, however, end our turn. We're saving up for later. Video Gavin has reached the entrance to a huge underground cave. It looks like there's something hidden. Judging by the tracks, drilling operations were performed here recently, but it's not clear who occupies the cave now. Suddenly hears scaring noises. They seem to be coming closer. Kobolds and harpies, probably 1 harpy and 3 kobolds. This is indeed a pathetic army, Gavion, but you're here. We'll have you do it. You need some experience for your army after all. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be really annoying. We could kill her by charging one of my horsemen up. So why don't we do that with you? And I think just like that, this is now over. I saw that coming. And victory. Oh my god, did you reach level 10 from that battle? Horseman. Let's give you plus... Oh, you don't need 2 stamina. You already have a stamina medal. I guess we will give you 1 resistance. I think range defense for you, Giant Slug. We don't really need damage weapon because you're not going to be engaging in melee combat for the most part. Bane of the Wicked, not very useful for us. 142 gold and 7 gems. We did not level. We're very close. Lythe has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. You know the drill by this by now. Ghost Whisperer, Wolf, Spirit Conjurer. There's 10 of them. My guess is 2 Spirit Conjurers, 3 Ghost Whisperers, 5 Wolves. Let's scout. Oh, 1 less Spirit Conjurer. 1 more Wolf. Let's attack. This is actually a little easier than I thought. We are set. We will absolutely raise the false alarm. Alright, so... we might kill it. Good. A little less AoE damage we have to worry about. These are wolves. They're not very high level, so I'm not too concerned about them. I'm even willing to move my crossbowmen up. Now, I always forget what this does. Let me see. This is a rage totem. It's going to lose 8 points per turn. I think it lets him cast Rage. A unit casts a Rage spell, which confers friend or foe Fearless, Intimidation 1, Bloodlust 2, increases resistance by 2, and speed by 1. The unit's range attack is disabled. The caster loses 50% hit points, so that's this totem. 1 ammo consumed by casting. And Bloodlust. Nearby enemies receive Bloodlust 2 and Intimidation 1, as long as they remain close. Oh, it just gives that passively. Interesting. We could kill it by charging it with our horsemen. I don't think we can kill him if we charge. We can probably destroy it actually with a range attack if it comes down to it. I don't really have any spells that will be very helpful. Word of Life could be useful on our horseman to charge him forward and do some damage to him. The healing will make up for any damage he takes. Why don't we do that, actually? So, Word of Life on our horseman. And we practically kill him with one go. We kill that wolf because it can reach our lines. Sif moves up 1 space. Our nameless guy can probably, throw a spear to weaken that wolf a little bit. And everyone else can stay put. He put Rage on Lithe. So Lithe for 2 rounds cannot shoot. That's fine. Let's put Haste on Sif. Stupidly tough wolf there. I don't want to take a huge magic hit. Sif, if I move you up all that distance, which is what I was originally planning to do, you might die from all the... well, tired. I think you can just come down here and kill one of these wolves instead. Let's move first. Frogazor there. You'll charge this wolf. Because we can probably kill this one with a spear. No, we can't. Now that's dedication. That's dedication. Good job, guys. 139 gold, 29 gems for the battle. Our nameless spearman can get probably +1 ranged attack. Sif, you don't yet have a stamina medal, so we're going to give you stamina +2. This crossman can get +1 range attack. A horseman. These are both useful, but without any... I like having a morale upgrade by the time I hit level 6. Let's grab that. Wow. And when we get the Iron Cross or something, what is this called? Hero's Cross. Increases morale by 6 and smite evil by 2. Confirms immunity to pain. Gold upkeep +10. Absolutely. Your messengers inform you that Astarchus, the greatest good magician alive, is celebrating his birthday today. On this occasion, he gave a copper coin to every man in the province of Ritual. He's enchanted every coin so it brings prosperity and luck to its owner. Send a spell of gratitude. And everyone, I need to go check out the recording to see how long I've been playing for. Life should go back home to vendor most of this crap. Gavion, you're so close to leveling. Maybe you can kill the battle mages. It will be a tricky battle. But I think you probably can handle it. And Urzonar can fight the demons. Maybe we do one more turn. Let's do one more turn. We'll upgrade into the pub to a stable and at home. If I want that 4th hero, Tim, then you need to save your cash. Tim says, as he looks at the journeyman tailor and really wants the ranger's cap. What are you using right now, Life? Yeah, well, let's get the ranger's cap ready. Our rituals... Do we have any rituals we want to cast? We do, but they're all on cooldown. End of turn. Here Urzonar's approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and preparing for battle. Imps and spawns, only 5 enemies. This is perfect for Urzonar. We can win this without too much trouble, and we will probably be trying out our summon rat swarm in this fight and see what it does for us. Okay, Urzonar, so if I summon rat swarm... They're level 21 rats! Oh my god, that is amazing! So, these are going to single-handedly wipe out, probably the entire army. We don't need any units with Urzonar any longer, now that I think about it. With Summon Rats and all the other summon spells he possesses... we'll just win. He has basically an instant army when he needs it with the Summon Rat spell. That's amazing. Alright, well done, guys. Veteran Spearman give you counterattack. Holy crap! 187 gold, 15 gems, mass bless. Absolutely giving this to Gavion. There's no reason not to, and now he will become a priest when he hits level 10. Give him all of plus spell power we can, and we've got 3 powerful heroes. This is amazing. Hero Gavion has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 5 enemies, shamans and sorcerers. We can win this fight. Though it will be difficult to reach his lines as quickly as I would like to reach them. Oh, or maybe it won't be. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can immediately charge. You'll die, horseman, to the counterattacks, but I think we still want to do it. So let's move up. Heal. We don't have a haste spell. Or I'd have my other horseman help. Maybe a triple blade will be enough to kill one of these guys, though. Not that one. Not with 2 defense on the hill. And that's why I really like horsemen. Okay. This guy can kill him. We will pull back this horseman and heal him. Oh, that was dumb. I had to cure wounds. We could have done all the healing I need to do up there and killed another unit. Too late now. Piece of cake, 43 bucks, 13 gems. Oh, it's meant to be! As what we gain for taking priest is plus spell power. So we're taking this. A commander who has mastered the secrets of magic becomes a priest, able to increase the morale resistance of his units. Units in priest army tolerate units of the opposite alignment. We are taking this. Give you ranged defense. Give you a counterattack. I don't care. I don't care because we got Mass Bless. That was amazing. And now I'm done. I'm actually done playing. I'm going to cut the recording right now before the game crashes and go and save this because Mass Bless is amazing. And I'll be back to read your comments on the last video. So give me a few seconds. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and pound out these comments I got on the last video as I begin moving windows around. Okay, here we go. So the first comment is a pinned comment from me. Should I read my own comments? I guess I will in this case. So I quote myself and say at 36 seconds, I said 24 germs per turn because I was covering the amount of gold and gems I earn. And I meant I combined gems per turn and earning per turn to say germs, not gems. Man, I have been trying so hard to make sense when I speak, and I just don't. It's still happening pretty consistently that I say the wrong words, and it's getting very annoying. But my friends have told me that they just view these as Timisms, and so hopefully you guys do as well. At the very least, I'm getting the impression you guys are able to understand me or what I mean to say, even when I say the wrong thing. So hopefully that continues to be the case. Adorkable is next. Adorkable says, hey, you found a summon rat swarm spell. Congratulations on winning this shard. That spell is what I like to call busted as F-word. I guess I'll say it. Alright, everyone, some swearing in this video. Busted as fuck. Also, as a resident rat lover, I can confirm that if you combine summon rat swarm with a bunch of plague warrior allies, that you effectively can't lose. You get dozens of disposable rats every battle, and because of the relatively low stats on some of those rats, the AI will focus on them rather than your actual units. Even enemies immune to poison will struggle to beat every rat. Then they have to face your army. It makes my verminous heart proud to watch a wave of rodents kill even demon lords with these. Haha! Man, yeah, so I think we're going to talk about it a bit in this video in the comments section as well from you folks, but the summon spells seem to be very powerful, as we discussed in the last video as well. I do think the summoning needs to be toned down a little bit, but I mean, the AI is going to cast these summon spells when it finds them, and I'm unable to really adjust how summoning works in the game. And even then, I don't know if I should do that, because it would be a lot of work to get that right if I was to begin making even grander changes in the mod. So I'll just say that, yes, Summon Rat Swarm seems to be very powerful, and I can't wait to cast it to help us defeat several of the more difficult battles. In fact, getting that spell makes Urzonar, even though he's level 5, quite more capable of dealing with some more difficult locations. So we're going to be testing that out in the upcoming videos. Assuming that the enemies we're fighting can be poisoned. Probably won't do very much for us against, say, undead that don't particularly care about being diseased, don't care about losing stamina, and don't care about poisons very much. Adorkable then says, thank you for showing discretion with my comments. Very respectful. But you don't need to worry. If I'm discussing it in the comments section, I don't mind anyone knowing about it. It still probably makes sense not to read it for the video. I doubt anyone else is all that interested in my problems. But you don't have to worry about sharing too much. Okay, thank you, Adorkable. I'm never sure when it comes to people talking about their, health issues especially, if I should be discussing it on screen. Generally, in the past, I have not been reading comments all the time. Here in Eador Genesis, I'm making an exception to that, and I'm trying to read all your comments on every single video. But I still don't know if I'm, breaching a certain level of etiquette by reading when people mention health issues they're having. I don't know if I should read that out loud. I'm fine sharing what's happening to me out loud with you guys, but I'm not sure if I should share what other people are sharing with me. So I tend not to. But thank you, Adorkable, for letting me know it will be okay. I guess then when it comes to you in the future, I will go ahead and do so. Unless you tell me otherwise. How about that? We'll go with that. Okay. Mishi Tats. Hey, Mishi Tats. Oh, you just left a comment on my video 19 minutes ago. Thanks for the videos. Oh, well, thank you for watching. Really enjoying having your playthrough of this game, and got me inspired to update my version and press on with the campaign. It's always fun to discover new combos. My latest was a full commander plus Acrio. Murder Bird Rush, yeah! I had a lot of fun when the Acrio were on my side. Really difficult to get them to join early on in your shard, right? Because of the Destroy the Demon Gate quest that they give you. But if you can beat the Demon Gate early, you get a lot of money from that battle, like 900 something bucks at least. A decent amount of gems. It can make up for the fact that you basically, whenever I've done it, I tended to have to sacrifice one of my heroes, and then the second hero was able to win against the Demon Gate. But it's grand, and the Acrio are a really good ally, very powerful units. Having played 4 or 5 worlds, haven't run into any ridiculous AI armies. Still get some high-level enemy heroes, but they don't seem to turn up with the level 30 armies and crazy spells that they used to have, and which was a big part of making them so hard to handle. If anything, the AI has been a bit too weak, and seems to get stuck on playing Incompetent. Hey, okay, nice. I'm also playing Incompetent, Mejitats. I think Alexander is also playing Incompetent. He's a bit further along than I am in the campaign, and he's encountered like level 22 heroes or so around turn 40. So the AI looks like it can probably still gain quite a bit of experience, but it not being level 30 at least is a really nice change of pace. I am looking forward to that as well. I believe Jazz, the main developer of the mod, had mentioned that he had seen that he found out where the AI wasn't working as it was intended and fixed it. And sure enough, I am very happy with this change. We didn't notice it on the past 2 shards that we did. I haven't noticed it happen at all when I was in Trimus's campaign, which I'm now starting over. But yeah, I haven't had any issues so far with the AI hyper leveling, and so that's very nice. That's very promising. No, honestly, I'd rather have the AI be too weak than too difficult, considering the difficulty that I'm playing on, which is competent. I'm not playing on expert mode. Expert mode is probably is average. I'm playing on a slightly easier difficulty, but it's still tough. Eador Genesis is still difficult, so I don't feel too guilty playing on competent. But I myself am fine not encountering a level 30 hero on turn 30. I'm sure there probably are many fans of this mod who would prefer the old way of leveling with the AI, like it was very powerful than too weak, but I'm not a fan of that. I'm glad that the AI's been toned down a bit. I'm also glad that I could inspire you to play the game again. I myself was inspired to play it after people were telling me that the latest patch they hadn't encountered this bug. Although I had seen a few other YouTubers play this patch and still encountered it, I have not noticed it yet. And so hopefully that will continue to be the case going forward. Mejitat says, you mentioned in the translation a few videos ago. I just want to give my praise for it. It's a huge amount of text to translate, and I find it really fluent and evocative and witty in parts. Yes, I do as well. I really wanted to get across, and I perhaps messed it up, but I am extremely grateful for the amount of time and effort that they took into translating it into English for us, especially considering that they did this with all of the additional units that they added into the game. It's really amazing the amount of work that they put into this, and it's free. The mod, which is basically the game, like you run the mod, it has a game engine in it, is free. That's fantastic, the amount of work and effort that they've done. And I don't mean to be so negative on the mod, even with the hyper leveling. It's just, it really does ruin a lot of the balance of the game. But I really do like the amount of work, and I am really grateful for the time and effort that they have put into making it so understandable, all the text in the game as well. Yes, and so I agree with you, Mejitats. Yep, I agree with you entirely. It's amazing. I'm really glad that they have put the time and effort into having the English version of this game, so I can enjoy it as well. Mejitats then finishes with, you talked about upgrading units and their stats. One thing to consider is that when they upgrade, they go back down to level 1 or something low, which means they will very quickly gain levels when in an army fighting stronger enemies. So an upgraded spearman will gain 5 or 10 levels in a few fights, with all the stat and ability upgrades that go with it. Oh! You know, I never considered that. Megitats. I guess at that point, you're thinking about, do you want to lose a few levels? In my case, generally the increased morale picks are always wasted. But you gain stats possibly in other areas. And I guess it also depends upon how many of the rare upgrades, like maybe one range, one melee defense was an upgrade you got to pick. And are you willing to give that up? And in return, you get a new unit that levels up faster, possibly gaining back some of those picks you gained very quickly, while being more powerful in other stats. I didn't think about that. Maybe we'll try leveling one of our spearmen. We'll level Nameless, assuming that we're able to keep him alive until he hits level 18. It's level 18, right? Oh, 16. Okay. Then when he's level 16, we'll level him to a Veteran Spearman, and we'll see how he'll compare to Adorkable and Lost Fremen. Oh, by the way, if you have a unit and you want to be leveled, just tell me, and I'll just immediately level you automatically when that option becomes available. So, for example, Grouchish, assuming you're going to watch this part, and you want to be a sniper, you have to reach level 18. I doubt you'll live that long. Alright, we'll probably finish this shard beforehand. But if you see you're a crossbowman, and you absolutely know that you would love to be a sniper, just tell me, and I'll just immediately level you as a sniper. I want to make sure that the fans, that you guys who are present in this game, get the unit that you want, and with the upgrades that you would like as well. Alright, so anyway, thank you, Megitats, for leaving that comment. I will at least try to heart it and let you know that I have read it. Lost Fremen says, what a sludge-ridden, phlegm-filled, mucus-mired slugfest of an episode this was. Those Medusa are very nasty, especially the ones with Hex. It's really difficult not to get losses as we move further out, so don't feel too bad when it happens, because we need to progress. Yes, yep. We knew what we signed up for. Remember the rat-eating paladin Daros and his army, who just get in his way? It's just not the kind of game in which units survive very long, so it's fun to be in it at all. The only thing to remember is to use Force March on crossbowmen, as well as to use spells and take shots before hitting enemies in melee. The Centaur bow could be better on Lithe because he has a lot of stamina, and having that extra powerful shot can really help. Dash could also help in a lot of situations, but yeah, we had some difficult battles in this episode, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks, Tim. Can't wait for Vermintide. But the Summon Rat Swarm. Yeah, so that was, I feel bad because I always will feel bad whenever anyone dies and I've named them after a viewer. I started doing this back in Darkest Dungeon when I had more... Oh, sorry, I was going to phrase that the wrong way. My Darkest Dungeon videos was perhaps the first series of videos where I had a great deal of comments from viewers. Before that, I might have gotten maybe one for like an entire playlist of videos. I was extremely well hidden. Not popular whatsoever. My channel only had like 200 or so subscribers, and I might have gotten like maybe 3 viewers on the first video that I uploaded. But my channel was awful. I had to really stress how terrible it was many, many years ago, and almost all of those original videos are gone, with the exception of a small handful of them, which I keep around just to prove that I was here back in 2008 or 2009. In any case, after I began naming people after viewers or subscribers, I began realizing how awful I would feel, how guilty I feel when they die, because I misplay. I had them do something that they shouldn't have done, or an enemy gets a random crit and kills them, and I was the one that consigned them to that battle. And so I began realizing, though, that I like that because it adds extra pressure to me to do better than I normally would. So I guess on one hand, I will sacrifice your units if I feel I have to in order to win. And even if the whole army dies, but we win like the final battle, so be it. And as what happened with Daros, for example, his whole army had to die in order to take that one orc province, or to defeat that one Gnoll province guards. Everyone had to die. That was always going to be the case. The only one left alive was going to be Daros. Maybe we might have kept like 1 or 2 units alive, but the vast majority of them were dying. That's just the way warriors work. And so that will probably happen in the future, especially for all my tier 1 units. It's very difficult to keep them alive until they reach until the end game, especially on the larger shards, where the location battles and provisional guards are even tougher. So I won't feel bad when everyone does die, but I still, well, I mean, I will, but I know it's a part of the game. So hopefully I'm making sense of what I'm saying here. I will always feel guilty. I will always do the salute and thank the viewers unit for assisting. But sometimes we will have to make sacrifices. And yes, I remember rat-eating Daros very well. He just sat there shoving ratmen in his mouth to heal himself after fighting those, the Grey Seers, I think was what they were. Yes, and Lost Remnant point out Force March. I watched the one battle I was doing, like, against slugs. Against the 3 or 4 slugs. And I don't use Force March a whole lot, even though it's on my crossbowmen. And it would have really helped my crossbowman get to the enemy, or claim a hill and fire. He did, like, nothing the entire time. Or maybe it was this video that I did nothing with Force March with him. Probably every video, because I don't tend to use Force March very much, so I need to start using it more often, especially on my crossbowmen, because it will make up for the fact that they're not as mobile as other ranged units can be, with only 1 movement, not 2. So I will try remembering that in the going forward, Lost Remnant. Thank you for the advice. As for the crossbows, I have a best. So one of the reasons I don't use Force March is because I know it consumes more stamina, and I'm always really nervous about my units losing all their stamina very quickly. So I tend not to use Force March because of that reason. On that same note, this is why I always give people a stamina medal if I see it available, because it lets me use the unit more often before they become tired and I'm forced to rest them. Missing turns. The Centaur's bow, powerful shot will consume, I think, what is it? 3 stamina to do 50% more damage with this weapon. So, is it with the weapon? Oh, it says 50% more damage, so I'm going to assume that's the total damage that the unit is able to do, and not just from the crossbow. That'd be interesting if that's the case. So I assumed this was going to do 3 more points of damage because it's range attack divided by 2 rounded down. But if it's just a range attack option, then on life, this would be probably closer to +6 damage. So that would... yeah, that probably would make it arguably more useful if I'm going to be using Powerful Shot often during the battles. Maybe we'll take it along with us for when we're fighting things that have a good amount of well, not armor. We have an accurate crossbow now for that. Softer targets, where we need to still put out a great deal of damage on them. Maybe we'll use the Centaur's bow instead of our Nomad bow. And battles where we don't need that much ammo, because now we have the Nomad arrows as well to give us even more ammunition, since we completed that set. Alright, next up is Viper of Barris. Finally caught up again, and it's the episode in which I die. Oh, I'm sorry, Viper. But in the end, I always lose my own cav as well if I don't play the buff mage, as I call it. The temptation to maneuver them into bad positions is just so strong. Yeah, I thought I was going to kill, or at least be able to get you away. I didn't even realize the Medusa had Hex. And once I saw that we can't heal you, oh, I knew it was over. That just sucked. I tend to, as you've seen, throw my cavalry away as well, because I know that if I sack a cav, I'm probably keeping several other units alive and delaying the enemy from reaching my lines a little bit longer, or possibly even getting them out of position. So cavalry especially are an awkward spot for me in my armies, given how I use them. Also, to get in on the discussion of summonings, I think that while strong, they aren't really that overpowered. When I compare them to what you can do with spells, when a mage can basically delete an entire army in a turn if you take AoE spells, I think that spells in general are just really in a powerful place in this game, compared to, for example, bow and arrow. Yeah, some of them are absolutely awful, right? Like the mass suicide. Mass suicide can wipe out an army. And there's many other powerful spells. Summons, like you can summon a phoenix, you can turn someone into a mule no matter what they are and then kill them in a single hit. There's there's some very nice, powerful spells out there. Very dangerous ones as well. We haven't run into too many tier 4 spells from the AI yet. I think this is mostly because the AI has been spending a lot of time in the past episodes of this playlist running around and fighting each other in location battles, given how they very quickly leveled. And this meant they weren't doing very many location battles, which meant they weren't getting very good spells or gear. This is probably why we were also able to defeat them sometimes, despite the fact that they were like 16 levels higher than me, because they didn't have good gear, they didn't have good spells, and I'm Tim, Master Tactician and Strategist, who is amazing at all the tactical choices I make during these games. No, but seriously, I think we got very lucky in the past. It might be more difficult going forward if the AI is actually doing location battles to level itself now and getting treasure based on it. But yes, Vipera, I do agree. Spells can be extraordinarily strong. We now have Mass Bless, and that's another very powerful spell, so... I guess, yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, compared to other spells, perhaps summoning is, shall we say, balanced along with how most of the other spells seem to be balanced, which is on the side of power. Even Web is still very powerful in this game. Not anywhere near as powerful as it was in base Eador Genesis, but still strong. Alright, Bruno's up next. 1 minute of silence for Vipera. Right, we'll give you 20 seconds, Vipera. Let's take a shot. Every time Tim pronounces cavalry as cavalry. Recommend a drink with low alcohol. Bruno ain't gonna matter. you could be drinking like NyQuil. It has like a tiny bit of alcohol in it, and you're gonna get drunk because I always mispronounce cavalry as. Am I saying it wrong there too? Cavalry as I can't do it. Horses. The people on the horses. The horsemen. Why don't I just call them horsemen? Because that's what they're called in the game, right? They're called horsemen in the game. They're not called that. Darn it! This structure is called it, but I don't think the unit is, right? The unit's called horsemen. No, it's not! Oh! It actually is called... Really? It's called cavalry? Cavalry. No, they're called horsemen when they're in my army, though. Aren't they called horsemen? I'm pretty sure they're called horsemen. Horsemen! Yeah, they're called horsemen. Oh, the class is called... the word. Let's move on now to the rest of what Bruno had said. Good to hear everything went well with those medical studies. Hey! Yes, I am, I'm assuming you made the medical issues. Yes, thank you, Bruno, very much. I'm glad. I'm feeling much better. The vertigo has not come back, which is great, and apparently I did not catch anything when I went to the hospital as well. Bruno then says, P.S., you know, a Dark Souls 2-3 Let's Play would be interesting. Merely to say Tim's struggling. I mean, succeeding. As I mentioned before, I've never played Dark Souls 2 or 3, but I have watched quite a few people play 3, and I can tell that it's not a game I think I'm going to enjoy as much as the first Dark Souls. It strikes me that they designed Dark Souls 3 a bit differently than the first one. It seems creatures are more frantic with their attacks, and you don't have much time to, like, rest or time your attacks between enemies' assault patterns or attack patterns. So I don't know if I would be willing to record Dark Souls 2 or 3 for the camera. I would get very angry, I think, in quite a few of those encounters. I don't know how much fun that would be. Although I have a Dark Souls 1 Let's Play on my channel, and the vast majority of it was completely blind, and I loved it. I shouldn't talk about it, though, because I'll go on for like an hour about Dark Souls 1. But I really liked it. There were only, I think 1 or 2 battles that I thought were extraordinarily difficult, but I didn't lose hope while doing them. One was the Manos fight, and I think I might have tried the one dragon in the DLC as well. Kemet, I think is what it's called. That one psionic dragon that like has the grab you, levitate you, and damage you ability. I think I tried that battle twice and I was like, this is not happening. And just tossed in the towel on that optional boss. Otherwise, I think, every single battle, if I recall correctly. So the Carpet Demon was rather difficult, but I still managed to beat it in the end, obviously. And I guess I'll quickly say this. If you do like Dark Souls 3 Let's Plays, there was a gentleman that I really enjoyed watching playing them called Tenfei is his channel. Tenfey. And I find him rather funny, and he's really good at the battles that he does as well. He was the person who I got inspired to replace the music when Ohm came up with the music from Final Fantasy VII, for example. So I like him. I could probably recommend him as a Dark Souls, his Dark Souls 3 Let's Plays, if you like watching Dark Souls 3 Let's Plays. Dennis Mayak says, to avoid reversion penalty on Crash, you don't need the backup files. Okay, do I read this? Yeah, sure, I'll read this. So, I'm sorry, Dennis. The only reason I've mentioned that is because probably not many other people are going to care, but I'll read it. Just exit to the menu and take a manual save and go back to the campaign. If the game crashes after this, it won't give you reversion for loading manual save. Oh, interesting. Okay, I understand this. I read this earlier, Dennis. I didn't quite understand what you meant, but now I do. So when I quit to the main menu, it's going to save the game at that point. And then if it crashes, it's not going to autosave. It's going to load the manual save that I just made. Okay, then I'll start doing that whenever I end a round and I get like some good treasure or win a tough battle. Then I'll just exit back to the main menu and get right back into the game again, so that we have the manual save. Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, Dennis. And that will hopefully help with the crashes that's ongoing. Don't do it if you want to make a reversion yourself, though, because you lose an ability to go into the previous round if you make a manual save, since the game doesn't keep a separate save for reversion. Oh, gotcha. So right now... Oh, well, I can still into the past at the moment, so I don't understand. But I get the... maybe that doesn't quite work the way I think it does. It just reloads the autosave if it's available. Game is also much less stable for me during recording, sometimes losing sound effects for some reason. I think it has problems running in windowed mode, with other processes in the background. Oh, maybe it does. So I played the game in a windowed mode at this moment. What's my resolution? I can't tell unless I will pop up in the file. But I myself, I am playing in a windowed mode. It is nowhere near full screen for me, and I have my Brave internet browser over there on my left, which I'm using to read your comments, as this game is running in another window. And I use Fraps for my recording of Eador Genesis. It at least doesn't have problems with that. Well, actually, maybe it does, right? Because I'm getting random crashes, so maybe there's some issue there. I could swear it has something to do with the music, which is causing the crashing, but I haven't really done extensive testing on why it crashes. Dennis then says, clearing locations is my favorite part of the game too. Game will actually reward you with medals for some portion of it, for having all provinces on the map visible, for a lot of exploration, and for having a full set of rare items. Nice! I've seen, I think, that in the game files. This is talking about when we win a shard, we earn special medals, rewards, for an extra points for certain things that we accomplish. If we win every single battle that we're in, and I think don't have any reversion, we get, like, Tactician. If we don't lose any units at all during our time on the shard, we get, like, another reward, for example. And these add additional points to you for your glory at the end of the shard. There is one for exploration, so if you have every single province on the entire map visible, you will earn some points for that. I don't think I've ever done that yet. And the same thing with you explore a percentage of the map or more. And by that I mean, I think that's this. we would need almost all the provinces explored to a certain level. Or the majority of our holdings explored to a certain level, for example. Dennis Mayak then says, I've also beaten Dark Souls like 10 times, but never played other games in the series or New Game Plus. Hey, yep, that's exactly me. I'm the same way. Never played New Game Plus, never played 2 or 3. I don't like New Game Plus because there is less development available. You already have your best weapon and most important attributes raised to the soft cap in your first playthrough, and further improvement will barely have any effect, which kills my motivation to play through it. Right, you're not going to make the numbers go up very much. And if you do, you get diminishing returns for trying to improve the main stats that you care about. Which kills... Okay, I read that. There is one funny thing about how I play it, since the most popular suggestion on how to succeed in Dark Souls is get good. I've tried it, and totally agree that storing your saves in Git version control is the way to go. I get the pun very right on the nose, Dennis Mayak. Git, G-I-T, is a form of version control. For all you non-programmers out there, this allows you to recover files to certain... it's basically like having a save game if you want to do reverts and go back in the past to get code that you had written earlier. It also allows you and all your other programmers to work on code and make sure that the code you're working on is not code someone else is working on at the same time. We use it where I work. We've also used CVS, which was... Is that right? Yes. I think this is just for common version control, or code version control. And we used SVN. Is that Subversion? I think that's Subversion as well. Here on my computer, I've used Get and I've used Tortoise SVN as well for various files. I did use version control for my Darkest Dungeon LUM mod, when I was modding Darkest Dungeon at the time as well. So, I approve of your pun, Dennis. I approve of your pun, and I regret that I can only give you 1 thumbs up on my video. Dennis then ends with, I love your comment reading sessions. Thank you for answering comments and sharing your views and stories. Oh, well, thank you guys for listening to me. I hope this hasn't been too boring. I tend to ramble on, I think, a little too long in your comment sections, but you guys haven't complained yet. So I'm going to go with no one seems to mind. At least not yet. Civ Jespler. Oh, hey, Civ Jespler. Left a comment on this video an hour ago. Gigantic leopard slugs. Now that sounds dangerous. Yes, for the ones that get into my house. I have not seen any for some time. You know, I don't know if I shared this part of the story. So, I was always curious how sometimes I would find them in a room, but I didn't find, like, the slime trail that I could follow to bring them to the room. And one time at night, I lost power in the house. And so, I remember waking up, grabbing the flashlight. I was like, I might as well use the bathroom and wait till the power gets back on before I fall asleep again. And I accidentally swung the flashlight up to the roof. That's right, the ceiling. And I noticed slime trails up there. So the slugs were not just confined to slugging around on the ground on my carpets. They would also crawl the walls and climb up to the ceiling and slither around up there. I've always been worried that one night I'll wake up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and step on a leopard slug on my way to the bathroom, but it's never happened. Hopefully it continues to be the case. Or worst case scenario, a slug like falls into bed with me, or falls on top of my head when I'm walking to the bathroom. God! It's gonna be absolutely horrible if that ever happens. Oh my God. Civ Jespler continues. There was the old movie I saw as a kid with murderous flesh-eating slugs. The 80s were a different time to be sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't remember that movie. I remember a movie called Frogs, which had a bunch of, like, it was people on, like, this weird vacation, and they were killed by all these other creatures, like, one by one, and then a bunch of frogs would be chirping. I'm pretty sure the movie was called Frogs. 80s horror movie Frogs? Oh, 1972! Really? Was this a 1972 movie? Oh, I think it was. Okay. How about that? Yeah, it looks like it was. Okay, how about that? I thought it was 1980s was when it was made. Man, the things you remember when you're a kid. I guess watching a movie, though, when you're like, I don't know, 1, 2 years old. Guess it sticks with you. When, it's not every day as a 2-year-old your parents will let you watch a movie about murderous frogs killing everybody. Oodaloopsy says, well, they actually wasn't the frogs, it was different creatures, but whatever. Oodaloopsy says, wonder if the other slugs called him a traitor. And do slugs promote? I think Oodaloopsy is joking about the slug story I had in last episode too. So, I don't know if they called him a traitor. I thought the idea was that, like, the slugs had, like, an arena down in my crawl space. And whichever slug won their battles would be the one allowed to proceed upwards into the house, because they were the ones who would most likely survive the encounter. But as much as the slugs fought each other and whatever other insects were down there to make it up into my house, they were not prepared for electric baseboard heat, which is very dry. And, well, slugs don't live very long if they're very dry. And do slugs promote? And you know, I don't know if slugs promote. Let's go ahead and check that. Do slugs promote? Not in the game. And hopefully not outside the game. Oh, oopsie. Alright. And I think that's all the comments. So thank you guys for leaving them. And I will look forward to reading your comments on this video. So thanks, everyone. Oh, and just really quick. I just tested it out. And Dennis is absolutely correct. It's I didn't go through with the Into the Past, so I just want to check really quick. And if I click Into the Past, I'm not allowed to step 1 turn back into the past after I go back out to the main menu. So thank you, Dennis, once again for explaining how this works to me. I don't think I've ever tried to go back into the past after I would quit the game to manually make a backup of the saved game files. So this is good to know that I lose this as an option, but probably the only reason why I would be saving the game is because something, as I would be by going back to the main menu and then playing the game again, is because something very good happened, and I want to preserve that in case the game crashes very soon thereafter. So, thank you, Dennis, very much for that information. Alright, and now I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.